Hello, thanks so much for coming.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Emily. I talk on remote work, traveling, and building businesses.
I got to view a San Francisco co-living space and ask Ariel why she chose San Francisco as part of her nomading journey and what she thought about the city.
San Francisco blew my mind. Hi everyone. I've been traveling for almost 2 years. So in the past 2 years, I've been mostly going to digital nomad hubs where they have low cost of living and very nice weather. Now I'm kind of really missing the career development piece. So I'm in tech and just very inspired by the tech scene in San Francisco. So decide to kind of invest myself and come here for a bit.
Did work bring you here to San Francisco specifically, or did you choose to come to San Francisco?
I think there's a lot of overlap. I heard there's just like tech conferences every day. It was mostly my decision for my personal career development.
How did you go about doing your research about San Francisco when you came here? Like, what was like that for you? What social platforms were you on? Like, how did you navigate your way here?
I have been here twice before as a tourist. Now this time, it's very intentional. I have my goal of purpose of here, just meet more people, networking. So it's not about just checking out all the tourist attractions. I do have some friends here that's really helpful. The item that requires the most amount of research is definitely accommodation. And I think everyone knows that San Francisco is one of the most expensive cities in the world. We definitely want to plan ahead. In the past, I've been mostly living in co-livings, and I really appreciate the opportunity to kind of meet local people right away in that approach. So here I found this amazing co-housing, a co-living platform that my friend recommended me. It is an invite-only housing network that you have to apply for. Once someone already on that platform, then you can have access. I'm really glad that I found this place.
Can I ask around the range of like what you're paying per month?
We have like up to like 20 rooms here, and the price is different. I would say so anywhere from 14 or 1,300 to 2,000 a month. Mandatory food plan that we have to participate because we believe in having abundance of food and with each other over dinners. Yeah.
What do you think are the pros and cons of co-living?
Pros, I would say definitely you have very easy access to of like-minded people who are into traveling and community values, and especially for solo female travelers, it feels much safer. The cons, some co-livings tend to be more expensive. I do realize in recent years, co-living has become this premium, as is a lot of properties to commercialize this idea of community. And I would say that you have to book much ahead because a lot of these co-livings are often at capacity. They don't usually have a big capacity and they don't do a lot of heavy advertising. They are usually booked 1 to a few months in advance. So if you want to get into those places, definitely plan your stay ahead.
Plan ahead is very important. And just for context too, living in San Francisco, the average rent for a room is roughly $1,500 to $2,000 just for like general renters like myself. And then for hotel prices, it can range from like $300 to $500. So co-living, it's interesting to see it come as a premium too, because you're paying for your accommodation, but also the network, the community, everything is easy for you to just move in. Obviously, when you're traveling, health is a big concern. What do you do for health insurance at the moment?
I've always had safety wing Nomad insurance. It's a travel medical insurance. If you're going to the US, you have a separate case because typically I pay for the pricing without the US coverage. But everyone knows that healthcare is very important in the US, and you want to make sure that your travel insurance has the US coverage. Safety Wing does offer add-on, US add-on. I've been using it for almost 2 years, since day one of myself becoming a digital nomad. It's pretty smooth. The customer service, they reply very promptly.
I've definitely used them while I was abroad in Asia as well, and it's just a very easy service to use.
I got the Nomad health insurance in case I got sick or injured while abroad. You can visit any doctor or hospital for medical treatment, including nursing, prescriptions, emergency dental, and more. Accidents happen, so I am always covered. Not only that, but they cover flights home if something bad happens, meals and accommodations if you have a travel delay over 12 hours. They seriously are so easy to sign up with and extend coverage.
San Francisco is not the safest city out there, as there are a lot of cities in the US where we just have to be a little bit more careful. What are some safety tips or things that you were had to be more aware of while being in San Francisco?
I think the media has been exaggerating a little bit about the situation in San Francisco. However, there is some truth to it. I do find it to be more neighborhood specific. So downtown, like Soma areas, yes, there are a lot of homeless people. My understanding from talking with the locals is that they're mostly harmless, but you still want to be vigilant. And so when you're choosing the neighborhood to stay at, just keep in mind, do some research. That would be really helpful, because I do find that in some of the quieter neighborhoods, like it's not an issue at all. I think there's statistics saying that overall the violent crime in San Francisco is significantly lower than average of in America, big cities in America. So don't be too afraid. Don't let it be a barrier of you coming here and experience the taxing and meet people here.
One of my friends, Joanna from Singapore, also said that the media portrayed it to be very dangerous. And then when she came here, she was like pleasantly surprised by how nice it could be. But you're right, a lot of the issues are isolated in certain neighborhoods. So it's just understanding places to avoid, places that are okay. And I'm just curious too, like your schedule in San Francisco, do you have a curfew for yourself, or you just kind of whatever you want? Are you out late at night? Just also as a female solo traveler,
Right.
what do you have any like barriers or restrictions for yourself while being
In terms
here?
of safety?
Just in safety.
Not so much, but I do find actually people here don't stay up too late. I don't know if it's a matter of you trying to coordinate with the Eastern time zone, or the bars are don't open until that late. And I came from Buenos Aires, Argentina before this, where they eat dinner very late. So, and also because we have a lot of community dinners at night, so I typically don't go out too late here. Okay. So I don't find that an issue, but I do find some streets are empty late at night because like maybe people are already home. So I would say don't stay wandering on the streets too late just by yourself. You just get a Uber if you don't know the neighborhood well.
Right, I don't think San Francisco has like a really big like party scene. Maybe everyone's like going to build something, so they're lights down like this.
Yeah.
Is there anything that surprised you about the city?
So I would say San Francisco blew my mind.
Oh yeah?
I love the people here and just like the conversations that people are having, the ideas. It was great. The sentiment on the internet is that a lot of people are overtaken by media portraying San Francisco as the rundown, dangerous place. That does happen in some neighborhoods, but there's still a lot of happenings here, so don't let that discourage you.
There's a lot of opportunity and just creativity happening in Bay Area, San Francisco specifically. How have you been networking in the city then to meet other like-minded people?
So I would go on meetup.com, Luma, cerebralvalley.io for a list of events that I'm interested in. There's just so many events, you almost have to pick and choose to make sure your time is worthwhile. Going to these things, we see tons of AI events happening, social events. I do find that people who are very driven, they won't shy away from asking, what do you do? Can I help you? How can we help each other? In some other city, it might be perceived as being too aggressive. I actually appreciate that. People are direct, they know what they want, and that just helped facilitate the conversations.
What advice do you have for future nomads who are interested in coming to San Francisco?
Set your intention about why do you want to come to San Francisco. It is an expensive city, so you want to plan your activities and events, make sure you got your ROI. Accommodation is expensive here, and do your research about the safe neighborhoods to stay at. SF is typically a nomad export place where a lot of people move out of SF because of a high cost of living and nomad around the world. There's still some people staying here for a little bit, and actually the reason why I found this through a sublet is because one of my digital nomad friend told me about it. it. I feel like it does seem like the tech community and the nomad community has some overlap, but there's not really a lot of nomad here in San Francisco. I think people more focused on building stuff, like retire early, make a big money, and then do the world traveling thing. Nomad have this mentality of maybe finding the balance, like traveling at the same time.
Yeah, that's such a really good point that you brought up, because a lot of people in the Bay Area are trying to work on like the new big thing, right? And like get bought out or have it eventually one day IPO. But what's true about the Bay Area, I mentioned that it's a nomad expert place. It's true. A lot of people like myself had just like acquired all of these skill sets and the connections. And then once we got burnt out or we're like, oh, we want to do something else, we leave Bay Area and then we try building something or doing our own consultancy and then living elsewhere. So that's actually a really great point. Like maybe there's not that many nomads here, but a lot of nomads were like born from this place. Do you foresee yourself actually nomading for the next 10 years, 20 years? Do you think your lifestyle will change or stay the same?
I do believe in the concept of location independence. I would like to retain that freedom. I think ideally, I don't want to do fast traveling. I think it's very exhausting. You don't get to know the community well. You don't get to maintain relationship with the local community and your friends. Ideally, I want to get to a stage which is also something that I do at the end is to find multiple home bases around the world. And you kept coming back to those communities over and over. So that's what I'm trying to get at.
That's honestly, I think, the most sustainable thing that one can do, to be honest. Because I think when you're younger and you're doing the nomad place, you're going like from place to place, 5 different countries in like 1 week, that's definitely going to burn out. And then what you want to do is more sustainable. Thank you for sharing that.
So I've been mostly in the past going to like digital nomad hubs. Coming up next, I want to go into some places, professional career development. So actually going back to Toronto for the Collision is one of the large tech conferences. And also going to Bansko, Bulgaria for the Bansko Nomad Fest, which is the world's largest digital nomad fest.
If anyone wants to meet up with you while traveling or at Nomad Fest, what's the best way to do so?
So my handle at all social media platform is work anywhere go, website, Mo, and Instagram.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing your insights.
After our chat, I got to explore the area and realized how nice and clean it was. Maybe in my head, I thought that co-living spaces or hacker homes was gonna be really messy and kind of chaotic, but everything was pretty organized. This is a standard room with a single bed. I could definitely see the appeal of doing a co-living space if I wanted an easy transition.
All right, Ariel, so how does the kitchen work? Is it like anyone can use whatever?
So we actually have 3 kitchens on so each floor has its own kitchen. And we do have a food plan that everyone chip in for like groceries and stuff, because we believe in this value of living in abundance. And we're really trying to channel like eat healthy and like having community dinners together. So yeah, really enjoying this.
Do you want to open it up and show us like what's inside really fast? So this is a sauna that they have at the co-living space. This is so crazy. Wow. Have you gone inside yet? Or like have you done it yourself?
Not yet. But
soon.
Yes.
Very cool. And they have like the ice bath here too. Yeah. That's great.
And there you have it. If you're a digital nomad interested in visiting San Francisco, just know that expenses are higher and that most people come in and out either for business, for visiting friends, and then they're off to the next place. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Until then, see you in the next video.